Hello students, today I am going to start session 6 in the chapter Introduction to Entrepreneurship Management. Okay, the subject entrepreneurship and small scale small business management. This first unit name Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Here we are going to discuss problems faced by women entrepreneurs in India. So here actually we are going to discuss the problem that exists with the women entrepreneurs in India, respect to India, because our culture is far different from the Western culture. So because of this social structure, what women entrepreneurs are facing the problem? Finance. See, actually, when you go to the bank, okay, if you want to take a loan, the manager is going to ask what are the sources of your income. You can say I work here and this my salary, this my salary certificate, this my salary information, and I have a house. Okay, I've rented this, and these are the sources of my income. And based on that income, any bank or the finance people come forward to give you loan. But in case of woman, what happens? Usually, the property will not be in the name of woman. Okay, and they are a homemaker and they don't have any source of income. Because of this, okay, they can't easily take a loan from the bank. Okay, that's why government is helping out for the women entrepreneurs, giving some sort of initial or the mudra loan or the initiative loan like that. But still they can't become entrepreneurs more comfortably because of the finance problem. And scarcity of raw materials. See, actually, whatever you need to do, you require the raw materials. Why comparing to men entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs have a scarcity of raw materials? Because their mobility is very less. Okay, and that they can't go any place to search whether the raw materials are available, and where are the suppliers located, okay, to supply the raw materials at a cheaper quality, sorry, cheaper price and the best quality, like that. Okay, because of this reason the women entrepreneurs are facing with the scarcity of raw materials. And stiff competition. See, comparing to men, women cannot do the marketing, cannot do the advertising, they cannot roam the people, they cannot meet the people. Because of this reason, they are not able to face the stiff competition that is posed by men entrepreneur. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅವ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿರಿಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಒಂದು ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿವಿಲೇಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸುತ್ತಾಡೋಷ್ಟು, ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಂದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಊರಿಂದ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸುತ್ತಾಡಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಷ್ಟು, ಓಕೆ, ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಸುತ್ತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಮೊಬೈಲಿಟಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್. Okay, without taking the permission of any family members. Okay, they just can fly anywhere. Okay, US, Russia, anywhere in the world, and there is no restriction. Okay, and even even if a man comes after 15 days without informing anyone, family members are not bothered. Okay, and it will not become an issue. Okay, so where did you go all these days? Like 15 days you didn't inform. And society also doesn't say anything. But if it is the same case with girls, society will charge her. Okay, so she just one day, one night, if she stays without informing, okay, and there is a lots of trouble for her. Okay, and she's answerable to family members, and the society talks. Okay, she went and spent the night, and I don't know where she went and came. So this sort of a social structure we have, isn't it? So that's why their mobility is very less. Suppose she goes somewhere, okay, far away, and she's supposed to come back in a day, but it doesn't happen. She comes next day. Okay, even if it is a genuine reason, and she's answerable, she's accountable to her family. Where did you go the night? Everything like that. Okay, because of this reason, okay, she has got a limited mobility. So this is also a major problem which is there with the women entrepreneurs. And family ties, see, men have only one work, okay, his job is only outside, okay. He has got his profession, okay. Even if the is a man, just man entrepreneur, his work, his duty is only to focus on his own business, what he has taken up. But in case of women, she has to take care of parents. She has to take care of their mother-in-law, father-in-law, and the children. Okay, so she has got a family tie-up, and she has to teach the the kids. Okay, if the small kids. Okay, and she has to make sure all the homework is done, and whether the children are fed, whether they ate, and and her responsibility is to keep the house clean. So these kind of a family tie-up. Because of this reason, okay, comparing to men entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs have a family ties. Comparing to men, women have a less education. This because of again the social structure and the tradition. So usually they get married early when the maybe the government has made a policy or the rule. Okay, the minimum age is 18 to get married. But in the village side, if you observe, okay, students get married while they are doing the degree, isn't it? So you might, being a degree students, you might have observed how many girls have got married, okay, when they are in the first year, second year, third year, okay. Majority dropouts, because once they are married, maybe they are not interested to continue, or their family, okay, mother-in-law or father-in-law or the husband himself does not allow that student to continue or pursue her education. So because of this reason, this lack of education, okay, because majority of the women population or the any population in India is resided in the rural side, okay. So they have got the bad dropouts, okay, they don't finish their education, that degree, okay, lack of education. And male dominated society here, of course, I don't know to what extent it is coming down. Still we have a male dominated society. That means woman don't have a freedom. Whatever the husband says, she has to listen to him, okay. When she is staying with the family, and she has to listen to the parents. So this kind of, it's a male dominated means, especially we can talk about this in terms of husband is dominating the girls, okay. So this is called as a male dominated. That means and one more term is, when we go outside, there also majority of the employees, the working group is men, okay. That's why we can call it as it's a male dominated society. So that means women comparing to the men, okay, women have less command, okay. They have a less say. In family also, the ultimate decision maker is a husband, okay. So maybe there is exceptions nowadays. It's a scenario is changing. It's a girl dominated. Majority of the husbands listen to the women, and the major decision will be taken by the girls. It is there, but still we call it as a male dominated society. And again, it is debatable, okay. And low risk bearing ability, see, risk bear ability in terms of finance. Suppose we invest, okay, suppose in future it will not work, then we must be ready to incur a loss. Maybe it's lakhs to crores. But men have a different sources, and they can come out of it. But women definitely, they are scared of taking a risk and investing more money, okay. And they have a limitation, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, like that. So this is the end of the sixth session. Thanks for watching this. And with this slide, we completed first unit, and in next session we are going to start the second unit. So this is the successful completion of the first unit. Thanks for watching this video.